Yo, what's happening, people? He's David.
And he's Phil.
We are the Romcom guys.
We are passionate filmmakers that talk about love, family, and community.
On today's episode, we are talking about our film Christmas Games Night, sold out to a massive audience at Genesis Cinema.
We're also talking about the idea of cliff top and rock bottom. What does it feel like when you've had everything? Is it the same as having nothing?
Oh, that's deep. And we're also getting into a second screen epidemic. What is it like when everything you watch is on the other screen, but you have your other screen, your main screen in front of you?
Bare screens, ballers. Bare screens. And finally, we asked Reddit, what's it like dating in London? Where is the love?
Don't go anywhere. The Romcom Guys podcast starts now. What are you saying, though?
I'm here, man. What you say? You good?
No, I like it, man.
Bro, don't work. Like,
nah, because every single time I feel
what?
like I have to keep up with how amazing you are.
Nah, stop it, bro.
And how
Don't even do it. You're the guy, bro.
Every
Why
time,
you acting like you're not someone's husband, bro? Like, what are we talking about? What we did?
Yeah, but that was lucky. She trapped me. And
oh, God. Yeah, she got lucky, right?
I trapped her.
Yeah.
I trapped her.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't trap her.
How
That's
you feeling,
crazy.
though,
We need to make sure everyone knows. I didn't trap.
Nah.
We're good. We're good.
You guys are both equally
trapped.
And we love it.
Crazy.
And we love it.
That's all kinds of crazy. What's the most romantic thing you did this week?
Cool. Okay. So I believe that as the Romcom guys, we got to show the world.
Set the example. What do you mean?
Set the example. Show the world
exactly what we're doing at home.
Exactly. Like, we can't just be the Romcom guys because we make films. We got to live our raps, bro. You got to live your raps.
I got a ghostwriter. All right, go on.
So I feel like for me, one romantic thing that I love doing is just going on a long walk. Just taking myself on a long
romantic
walk.
Towards yourself.
It could be in any capacity, bro. I ain't
Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk your business, you could talk your business.
Okay.
I ain't trying to talk my business. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Fair. So you took yourself on a long walk. Did you give yourself a hug?
I held my hand.
I like, if this was 90s, it would be like, you're such a loser.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, it's like, self-love.
Self-love, you know what I mean? There we go.
I mean, can you have romance between one person? Is that possible?
Self-love is like the first
No, that's
romance.
self-love. Is that romance?
Self-love can be very romantic. Take yourself out on dates, dinner by yourself.
That's romantic.
That's mad romantic. I'm like, wow, I'm craving a donut today. Thank you for giving this to me.
It's like, what? Is there like a split personality thing?
A little bit. Yeah. Because sometimes he's not so nice to me. So
that's good.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're starting off strong.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My one's not as exciting.
Okay.
My wife's feet were dry, so I creamed them.
That's even better.
No, but they were dry.
Well, that's so
It was
beautiful.
so jarring.
Do you know how intimate?
I did that. Yeah.
Like your hand was all underneath her.
In the nuts and crannies and in the creases.
I love this for you,
Gotta get to the pinky toe as well.
And the pinky toe.
Yeah.
Come inside the pinky toe.
It felt organic, but at some point it felt performative. But good performative. wait, let me land.
If you're gonna perform for anyone, it's gonna be your wife.
No, I'm performing for my son.
Okay.
So he saw me do it.
Oh,
I think it sets that precedence in his mind. Like, you feel me? Like, this is something loving that you can do.
Next time you're out in sandals, he's just gonna come up to you.
He's that type though.
Yeah.
He will mimic what he sees.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Like, obviously children mimic all the time, but he's extremely helpful and loving.
That's why it's so important to be openly romantic in your actual life. To teach the young ones. This is the way to be.
Hopefully don't go rubbing people's feet.
I mean, not everyone's feet, but you know, Jesus was cleaning feet all over the place.
If we saw a 3-year-old cleaning people's feet, I think we would think child labor.
Sure. Yeah, that's probably.
But no, the point is.
So who kid is that? That's just a foot rubber.
He'd just be rubbing people's feet. Don't worry, don't pay him no mind.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I love that for you. That's cool. Beautiful, man.
All right, so we went MIA for quite a while. In November. We did late November, we did our screening for our biggest film yet.
Come on now.
Christmas Games Night, right behind you.
Hello.
Oh, it was right there. Just
come
came
on
up
now,
hey, come on now. Who's that guy? Who's that girl?
Leading lady.
But yeah, we did a screening for our film Christmas Games Night. Biggest project yet in many ways. Production, cast, duration of the film, screening. So we had a massive screening. We successfully sold out Genesis Cinema Screen 1, over 560 seats. a crazy feeling.
God, it's good.
Extremely surreal.
Yeah.
It didn't feel real for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
I was on autopilot. When did it click? And it was like, oh, we just did that
I don't even know what. I feel like there was moments like
on the night.
Yeah, moments on the night. It's like it's like a pinch me moment. Like I'm not dreaming. Like this is actually for real, for real. And I think one of those was like we're sat next to each other. A joke landed, and then you tapped me, and I was like, oh, I felt that.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm here.
This is real.
So it felt transcendent.
Yeah,
like, you went in your own body.
Yeah.
Because obviously, we want to get better at telling stories. We want to get better. Like so, every moment isn't just triumph. It's also like school for us. We're learning, like we're watching the audience watch the film and we're like, oh, that joke worked.
Oh, that's
that
how
line,
they received that one.
They received it in that way because ultimately we want to make better stuff for our audience, and all of this is a practice of building our audience. So
and that's the beauty of screening things, is getting that immediate reaction, literally, kind of like theater almost of like,
because the film could go out on YouTube quite easily. But and then you can see comments or people can message you.
You can do like laughing face emojis.
Yeah, but it's like
you ain't really laughing.
I don't want to be like, what point did you laugh at? What line was it?
I need you to timestamp before you put the emoji, which some people do on YouTube sometimes. It's
some people do.
Helpful.
It's
very helpful.
Yeah, they do. But I want to know what jokes work. What jokes like, because we went through the scripts. We wrote a script that we thought was funny, but then also we go, how can this be funnier?
Yeah.
Can we add in more jokes here and there and that type of stuff?
Pacing right. This is like, does a scene drag too long and there's no jokes? Like I'm always anxious about it. Like for me, it was one of the opening scenes where it's just the lads talking, and I'm like, I watched it enough times that I'm like, maybe this is funny.
Dragging.
Maybe it drags. I don't know. And then people watch it and they're like, oh, okay, no.
And the thing is, with that one, it's like it didn't need to be funny. Like it didn't need to be laugh out loud, because it was quite awkward on purpose. These characters have not seen each other for a while. There was meant to be an element of warming up. But I understand exactly what you mean. So but yes, it was an amazing screening. Even it wasn't real to me. Like there was some point when we were taking pictures after the screening, and I was greeting people, and people, oh, it feels great.
That part just felt like a fever dream.
That was crazy.
I was being dragged to and from.
Same.
I saw people.
At some point, my cousin dragged me to take a. Did you see that?
I think
she dragged me, and I was like, whoa,
gosh.
And bro, I tell you, I forgot what way we went to get to, because we were near the bar, and then suddenly I was over by the red carpet.
Dang.
It didn't feel real. So I'll be real. Anyone who spoke to me or like had a conversation with me that night, I don't remember. I remember some of it.
Fully,
I appreciate you so much. I don't remember. It was so surreal. I
wasn't really there.
But yeah, it was when. So obviously we did the highlight trailer or highlight of the night. And obviously you got people's vox pops when they're talking about how they rated the film and all that type of stuff. I've watched that back so many times. And not just because like, I think it's a dope edit firstly.
Oh yeah. I mean, you did your thing.
A shout out to Steven who shot it. It was amazing. But like, just the idea that, we did that is so affirming that like, not even if go and do it again or go do bigger. It's just more like, this is working. And will it be like a sustainable career where like you could, live off of it forever? Who knows? Do you know what I mean? Like, ideally, yes.
Pray so.
I hope so. But it's the fact that we did that, and it's like, you feel, because you're going up in stages. Like, you haven't done that before, and you just did that. Something that you weren't sure that you could pull off, and you did it. And you did it. You excelled in it.
It's crazy. And
it's a good feeling.
Shout out to everyone that helped us make that happen. We've got to highlight Aluchi Ozirma and Emmanuela Usa and our sisters who event coordinated the whole thing.
We said we were going to do a screening. They said that.
Yeah. It's all right, cool. We were going to
do a screening.
Suddenly
we were in a group chat.
Oh my gosh. Logistics were happening all over the place.
They took us far, man.
Wow.
They took us far because we were emotionally spent. We were financially spent.
Making the film itself almost killed us. So doing the screening on top.
It was anxiety inducing, and then they came through and saved us.
But we would like just making the film, screening the film, the whole community that got behind us to make that happen.
I got asked quite recently, like, do I want to be a success as a filmmaker? And obviously, I mean, I think generally the answer is yes. Most people who are filmmakers want to be a success. Most people want to be successful. If you're a filmmaker, you want to be a successful filmmaker, right? That was our first taste at like a successful film, as far as
that was us doing the thing.
But I my answer to that was like, generally yes. If I don't, I'm gonna find ways to make films anyway. But my answer is like, I already feel like a success because of the community that we have around us. Like,
beautiful.
We have the Romcom guys. It's David and Phil.
Come on now.
But Sorry, Phil and David, because you wanted to.
I mean, lion's share, you're the eldest. It's got to work that way.
But then, like immediately behind the Romcom guys, you got like you got your Toby, Sways, Caleb. We call them the Skeleton Crew. They're our brothers.
Come on,
they help us do everything. They help us get everything done. We haven't done anything without them.
Like we can't even breathe about them, to be honest. Well, yeah, I can't.
Toby's here, you can breathe.
I can breathe again.
But yeah, you got them, and then obviously you got our wider community as well that helps us, whether it's performing, whether it's putting on screenings, letting us use their spaces, their homes to film, all of that, from family as well, like soundtracks, delivering kit.
Yeah,
all that type of stuff. Like we have so many people that help us, and it's hard to not feel like a success. I feel like if I was to say I'm not a successful filmmaker already, I would be spitting in everyone's faces. And I know they probably won't see it as that dramatic, but for me, it's that real. Like I genuinely feel like a success.
That's beautiful.
I felt like a success after his sickle journey. I feel like a further success after Christmas Games, because it was his first like proper massive like win, if that makes sense, as a film. As far as the film business goes, like with this, we got people to donate blood, learn about the genotype. That felt successful in and of itself. Yeah, and we put it in schools. Like that felt great. Really dope. This was a good like as in terms of the industry goes, like
we can sell a ticket.
We can sell a ticket. We can build an audience.
We
can get people. We can put butts in seats. Because that's what the aim was. And we did. But yeah, I feel like a successful filmmaker off the back of that. Let's peek behind the curtain a little bit.
Okay.
Sound effects, go. Peek.
That's the door creaking. That's the door creaking.
Behind the curtain.
No, but you said curtain. I was thinking it's more like a door. Like
okay, so
the room you're
the
not
door has now
into.
creaked. Now where are we?
Now we're inside the secret back room.
Okay.
Where they hide all the candy.
Okay, so when do we get to the curtain?
There is no curtain. The window's just open, so everyone can see it anyway. I hide nothing.
All right, well, we're gonna peek behind the curtain.
Okay, here's the curtain.
That's blinds.
Oh my God, how do you do a curtain sound? Oh, that was nice. Why didn't you do it at the start?
I want to see you fail.
You sickening man. You sickening man.
I wanted to see you fail.
I was like, I got the answer, but does he?
He don't have a curtain sound. I've been practicing my curtain sound.
No,
all right, okay. So one of the hardest days to film was the day. I mean, if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna hopefully not do too many spoilers, but there's a massive park scene. It's towards the climax of the film, right? It was the hardest day to film. I think that's the day we had the most to shoot. It wasn't the most pages to shoot, was it?
It wasn't the most pages, but there was a lot of like movement parts,
and moving around and moving people from one part of the park to another, and one park to another.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We didn't have our AD, and we didn't have our script supervisor that day. Do you remember?
I do recall.
So we didn't have our first AD, Oluchi, amazing. And we didn't have our script supervisor, Josh Cully, amazing as well.
Needed him.
Josh Cully is amazing. I'll just say that. We didn't have either of them. There were a lot of things going wrong that day. And then I got to a point where I'm just like, I'm done. And this was, so we filmed some parts at the house first, and then we're going to go over to the park. And when we got over to the park, I was just like, I'm done. Like, as a director, I try my best to just make sure everything's going great, or if they're not going great, I try to make sure everyone's in a good mood, especially when you're doing comedy. I try to not let it show, but at some point everything got to me. And I was like, it's not like I'm done, but it's just like, let's just chop up to the game. Today's an L, see if we can come back. And then you had to talk me off a ledge.
Oh gosh.
Because I was genuinely ready to stop. Now, I'm very cynical. Yeah, I appreciate you as a person, but I'm very cynical, knowing me. And my thought when you were doing that was, does David just want to make the film? Or does like David genuinely like, what's going on here? What was your approach? Because it must not be easy when the person that, between the two of us, I tend to be the stronger person when it comes to the stuff that we have going on. Like I'm usually the one that's like, hey man, we'll figure this out. We'll do what we need to do. And then that person crashes out. Suddenly you have to become that person, which is one of the beautiful things about working in a partnership. What was it like to talk me off a ledge? Which is a very interesting question to ask you, but you're saying it directly to my face and not saying it about me. But
I mean, I was terrified, man, because I never seen you like that before, you know. And I was like, what's going on with my brother, man? Like
you've seen me in worse things happening in life, and I seems to be quite functional and fine. Yeah. In that moment, suddenly it was just like,
I was like, what?
He's gone through worse than this. What do you mean?
And then like the things you were saying, like my heart was breaking. You know, I was crying. I'm a crier. I was just crying as soon as you started talking. I was like, oh gosh, dang it. But like, it was scary, and it was like, I couldn't accept it. You know, I couldn't accept you saying that we're gonna quit, that you couldn't do it. Because I'm like, that's not who you are. That's not you. Nah, like this ain't right. And I was saying everything I could to try and remind you who you were and all of this stuff.
Right, I remember.
Because, you know, we obviously, like, when it comes to like mental stuff, we know what it's like when something is so strong. It's like a stronghold in your mind that you can't see past it. It's a lie of the enemy, right? And that's what it was for you. And because I've never seen you like that before, but I know I've seen myself like that every single time.
So you recognized you in me?
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I have to say to you the things that you and my brother and Toby and my mom and everyone be saying to me, type stuff. And so that's kind of
must have been a development moment for yourself.
I mean, hey, you know, we build bricks and the wall is climbing and we go stronger every day. Nah, but yeah. It was
that's such a podcast bro answer.
Honestly, that was a lot. But I'm so glad that, you know, we got there. And the scene it was, because the thing you said was like, this is gonna look goofy. Like if we continue, it's gonna look goofy, is what you said. And I was like, damn. Will it? Because I don't know.
Yeah, because generally I see everything in my mind first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I usually take out your word, but I was like, brother, we're filming this goofy or not.
Yeah.
And thankfully we got to the screening, didn't look goofy by the grace of God and his provision. So yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
What a day. We had jollof after, everyone was happy. Yeah, my mama cooked jollof for the whole crew and cast.
Big up Mumsy.
Wow.
We got to the point where everything worked out in the end. It was quite a Disney moment to some extent. Like even bystanders were quite cooperative. They stayed out of our way, or they just didn't. Because we filmed at a spot where people tend to just go.
It's a very public
to chill,
place.
or just look over the Croydon.
We had to tell groups do you mind if we just...
And they will come.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen.
Nah, man.
That in London that doesn't happen. Bro, people don't just cooperate with you.
I'm saying.
People be staring into the camera, all that stuff, or like, "I want you man filming, yeah."
I want let me be. Do you have permission to be here?
I did drama GCSE, you know.
Oh gosh.
The permissions. Imagine,
that would have lock off. Lock off.
No, just film and get out there. They can't tell us to delete the footage. But no, it was a very Disney ending. And obviously, it's not like talking someone off a cliff means that you're now going to get your Disney ending, but it's almost that development moment of like, let's see this through. Even if it ends up being crap, let's see this through. If we need to come back and film again, although it will be cumbersome and it will hurt, then that's what we need to do. But let's get through this day and
type vibe.
And know that we didn't quit ourselves. We didn't end the day before the day ended.
100%.
And then the day didn't end us. We ended the day.
And at the end of the day, the day's gonna end.
We're gonna end the day.
Yeah, man.
Podcast bros.
What I love is like we have a clip of the moment where you called rap, and you just see, oh my gosh,
insert clip.
You had to.
Everyone's waiting for you, mate. My director. Come on, England. Come on, England. Let us know, man. We're waiting, man. Let us know.
That's a wrap on Christmas Game.
Because the emotion in that moment, the screaming, the hugs,
everyone knew it was just like we finished. They don't know what it meant.
Oh my gosh.
They don't know what it meant. And it meant everything. It meant everything.
It meant the whole world, man.
All of that we went through is good stress. I've been recently evaluating how stress can be beneficial. And it's like, these are the good feelings. Like, it's almost like you're working in the gym. You know, you almost got to break a muscle to, not like literally break a muscle, but you got to like break it down a little bit in order for it to build.
Repair type vibe.
All of that, all of that is necessary. Or even like, I watched this podcast where this person was basically talking about how, you know, people tend to go back to the companies that they've worked something out with. So they might have had an issue with a product or some sort of customer service. They raise that complaint, it gets solved. They now trust the company more as opposed to going continuously finding new companies. So it's this element of like stress or some of the things that don't feel good in that moment could really build you up. And I learned a lot about myself. I think we learn about each other as filmmakers, as friends. It just everything was irie in the end.
Everything irie.
Everything irie.
Yeah. Let's
Show me one.
Phil. We saw a post.
You saw a post, or we saw a post.
We saw a post. I feel like we both saw.
Did I send it to you? Did you send it to me?
I feel like I probably saw it separately, and then at some point it got sent around.
This is the thing what David does, yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to bitch him.
All right.
I'll be sending David a post, and he'll never tell me, "Oh yeah, I've seen it." He'll just react.
No, because I don't want to be like,
and then
don't
if he
send
has
me
seen
stuff.
it, like he's like, "Oh, I've seen it." Like if he tells me he's seen it, which is basically never. But when he does, I'm like, "Well, why didn't you send it to me?"
See, that's why I don't tell you I saw it. That's why I don't tell you I saw it, because I want to be there.
What? Just send me the post.
I'm not good at speaking to people.
You don't have to send the post and run away.
Okay,
literally, you just put him letter through my letterbox and you're dipping. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Like,
in fact, send it. Don't even check if it's sent. Just throw your phone across the room. It's done.
Okay, yeah.
You know when you've like addressed like 5 emails and you suddenly feel like your day's finished,
bro. So just close the laptop.
Done bare work today,
fam.
But yeah, the post. What did we see?
So we saw a post of the GOAT, the man, the legend, Will Smith, talking about cliff top. So everybody knows that there's rock bottom where you feel like you've lost it all and there's nowhere else further you could drop. He's talking about cliff top where you've reached the absolute peak of everything you could reach. And he's saying that they're the same place.
They're the same place.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the clip.
Yeah.
I have immediate thoughts about that from when he said it, but we gonna explore. Shall we watch?
Let's watch the clip.
You could be too high, where you get so high that you realize literally none of the stuff can make you happy. Right. After you can get to the end of the material world. You get to the end of money. You get to the end of sex. You get to the end of fame. You have so much, and then you like go off of a cliff into the same kind of abyss that you'd be scared of slipping into at rock bottom. Right. Where life loses all of its ability to sustain and please you. Right. And then the only thing that's left, the same thing at rock bottom, the only thing that's left at cliff top is you have to find what you're actually looking for, and what you're actually looking for is you. You're looking for you. You're running around. Right? When you like a woman and you like being with a woman, it's because you like how you feel. Right. You like what's happening inside of you. Right. It's unleashing a feeling inside. And at rock bottom and at cliff top, what you have to learn how to do is generate that feeling without anything external. The place that we have to find is a spiritual place where we are good with us. We trust us. I trust myself, I trust God, and I trust life, that whatever happens, I'm going to make happy out of it. I don't need specific things to happen.
They gave him the round of applause afterwards.
Bro, I'm going to clap right now. I
feel like, and it's not even shade, I feel like he's been saying a variation of the same thing for a number of years now. I think there was a time when him and Jada got a bit of flack for saying that they can't make each other happy. Like it has to come from within you. And I think that's obviously a variation of that. My immediate thought was like the 7 deadly sins. So gluttony, for example, right? How does what he says reconcile with like gluttony? Because he's saying that there is a limit. You can get to a point where you've had too much. Or am I wrong? Is that not what he's saying?
I feel like it could be that, but it could also be like the idea of constantly needing to chase is the same as, do you know what I mean?
So what's cliff top?
So cliff top is
surely cliff top means there's no more.
I mean, there's no more, but you can always
over intellectualizing.
That's the thing, because like there's no more, but you can always feel like there's more. But I think it's more like you realize you just keep getting more and more, and it's never going to be enough.
Right.
Type vibe.
So I guess I mean gluttony is when you continually want more. Right?
Yeah.
I guess this is a different form of wanting more, where wanting more doesn't do anything. But I feel like with gluttonous people, it does do something.
But I feel like that's a facade. That's what the toxic thing about gluttony is that like it's never gonna be enough, and you're chasing something. Like the more you get, the more you want type vibe, and so it's just like. It's
but would they chase
enjoyable.
it would they chase it if they thought it was never enough, or do they chase it because they think it's gonna be enough, and it ends up not being enough? But surely that initial feeling of wanting it because they think it's gonna add something to them, that's important. Whereas to me, it sounds like what he's talking about is you can get to a point where you don't particularly want more. Am I hearing this wrong?
I feel like a similar place is the thing, because I feel like it is that thing of like you've achieved everything, you've reached the absolute height. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, what else is there? Type thing. But then there's also this thing of like, I've achieved the absolute height. Now I need to achieve the next absolute height and the next absolute height.
Yeah.
And like that is similar to what I'm understanding here, because it's like it's not a good feeling anymore. It's not a satisfying thing. Like, and you ultimately do still have to get to that place in both those versions of like, I just need to be good with myself type vibe.
Do you think you've experienced an element of that at all? Because to me, it sounds like a privileged position to be in, as in, you can accumulate so much, means you're always going to reach that feeling. Or do you feel like that feeling is accessible at any point in your life? Like maybe any economical status, any like whether it's like with relationships or whatever, do you feel like you can reach that point at anything, or do you think it comes from amassing so much?
I think like the only people I've heard speak this way are the people who have a lot, like the celebrities, the billionaires. Like Jim Carrey said something very similar. He said something about like, I want everyone to achieve everything they've ever hoped for, so they can realize it's never going to be enough. You know what I mean? So
that's like a super villain, bro. Like, I get it. Man said, I want you to.
Yeah.
Remember when Vegeta wanted Cell to reach? Vegeta wanted Cell to reach perfect form.
Perfect Cell. I'll still top you. Like,
it didn't happen.
Life is still gonna show.
It didn't happen. He did the thumb thing and he died anyway.
Oh gosh. But Vegeta today though, that blue, Perfect Cell's getting good. Anyways, we
ultra ego, but we ain't
gonna go anime nerd.
Yeah.
But yeah, just on that as well. Biblical, like the book of Ecclesiastes is all about this person.
Ecclesiastes.
Easy. Comma. Hyphenates.
You're spiritually obese.
You can't spell
Ecclesiastes.
You evil man.
I can't spell it either.
Brother, I can spell it at some point in my life, but brain fog.
Maybe if I write it down 5 times, I can spell it.
Yeah. Like if I'm like typing it and then autocorrect.
You know when you're so far autocorrect ain't even getting it. Autocorrect don't even know what you
just
want.
don't help you out. Autocorrect's like, listen, that's all you, brother. If you making up words, that's you.
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
God damn, what do you want?
What do you want? Oh gosh, yeah.
Pick up the notebook. But yeah, you said in Ecclesiastes.
So it's that same thing of the guy that's got all the wisdom and all the wealth, and he's like, it's all vanity, it's all meaningless. So yeah.
I hear it. I mean, I've been hearing it from listen to J. Cole forever, but like I've been hearing it from J. Cole, you know. But my rhetoric has always been, all right, let me get what I want and then I'll decide. Don't decide for me. I feel like it's the element of, hey, listen, if you're poor, don't even try, because when I'm rich, I still want more.
No, but
it's not enough. All right, and you're poor, so you shouldn't even try. So you stay over there. Don't come over to this socioeconomic status. And I'm just telling you what it's like. You don't need to know. Just listen to me. But I get it though. I get it.
I feel like the thing that is like, it's not the pursuit of a thing that's wrong. It's the how you feel about yourself in the pursuit of that thing.
Oh, say more.
You know, because his conclusion is that like you have to be good within yourself without the external stuff. Will Smith is still going for stuff. He's still releasing music.
Yeah, for sure.
He's still, you know,
he was still hurt by the fact that he didn't get Oscars, and then he eventually got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he still wants to do more.
Yeah,
He released an album. Like, yeah,
he's still pursuing stuff, but he's in a place within himself where he's like, even without these things, he's happy, which is why he can enjoy these things better and why he can make what he's calling the best music he's ever made right now because he's in this place.
You listen to the album?
Oh yeah, I fully enjoy
Best music he's ever made?
I mean, listen, I'm a nostalgia merchant, so I'm always gonna summertime. But at the same time, he's got some bangers on there. He can make
please.
Come on now, so it's like I'm going crazy.
No, but I hear what you're saying. I feel like I kind of spoke to it a bit earlier. Was like when I said I already feel like it's a successful filmmaker.
Yeah, exactly.
We finally, I mean, one of the reasons why we were so busy and like we hadn't been releasing content for a while is because we were busy working on another film, which we finally got a funded film. Right? We've been making films for years, never had a funded film. We finally got a funded film, and we're in the post-production process right now. It's going pretty well. I'm gonna make films funded or not. We're gonna make films funded or not. And it's a thing of like, I'm not gonna wait until someone funds my thing before like I feel like I'm a success or I feel like I'm enough. I got stories to tell, and I mean, I feel grateful for the fact that we've accumulated kit and we've got such a good community that we can make film. I mean, you can shoot on an iPhone, fair enough, but we actually have cameras. We actually have equipment. So it's like, and if we don't, we know someone that does, and they're willing to help out. And we've got actors that be in DMs like, hey, don't like. We've accumulated so much grace without backing. Deep it, bro. Got actors in my DMs, you know, they wanna work with us, and they've seen our thing without like having a massive studio behind us, the best cameras in the world. Obviously, when we got funding for this film,
come on now, hey, I like the bitch.
Obviously, had to get the best cameras in the world. I've always wanted to show on Ari, but like, like people have seen what we can do with just us, like doing our thing. You feel me? So I already feel good. You feel me? Like in life, generally, like as a husband, as a father, as a friend, I generally feel like I'm enough, if that makes sense. And I feel like
I love that.
Sometimes, especially as a creative, you can always feel like, oh, it's on to the next. Like, bro, when we left the screen and people were like, what are you doing next? Get off me. Get off me.
Bro, what do you mean? Do you know how much just... But also I appreciate that you want to see more. It's a conflicting thing.
It's a dichotomy.
Yeah, it's a dichotomy. It's nuanced.
But no, generally, I feel like I don't know. Can you relate or like? I mean, as an actor, obviously, it's different.
Complete vulnerability. I've known for the longest time that I don't have that. Like,
what do you mean?
For the longest time, I don't have that like enough within myself to not need external things, and I'm constantly trying to get myself to that place with my faith, with the love of the people around me. But like, anytime I feel like I'm close to, you know, feeling like I'm enough, feeling like I have that like enough, I'm reminded of, but you don't have this. It would have been nice.
The ceiling.
If you were really that guy, you would have been here by now. That kind of thought. My brain
my
is
age mate was doing this, or someone who was in my class was doing this.
Bro, or there's like a problem going on around me and I'm not in a position to solve it.
Bro. I can imagine. Because I imagine, especially as an actor, you look at perhaps actors who are in roles that you would want to audition with. Like, I could play that role. Like, if I'm being real, fair enough if they wanted like a dark-skinned black man, but you obviously could have played the character in Right Lane. David Johnson's character.
Oh gosh,
obviously.
I love that. Big up David Johnson.
Everything Javon Wade does, I'm like, I can see David do. Bro, I remember watching Bel Air. Seeing him in that role, thinking, David.
Thank you, man.
David.
I'm humbled.
But I get what you're saying. Like, when we think about, sometimes you have conversations with people and the goalpost moves. This is like the ceiling moving. Like, oh, I thought I was on the top floor. Nope.
Bruh.
Nope.
Oh my god.
But that's all within us, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a Will Smith impression.
You feel respect my goal, okay? Because dang it.
But that's all within us. No one's no one's saying that this is the ceiling. You're telling yourself that. And the thing is, when you look at it realistically, yes, there's always more you can do. For example, there's always a home you can buy. I'm always getting questions of, when you having your next child? Get off me. Get off me. When you buy, when you're doing this, when you're doing that, kind of thing. It's always gonna be there. But I just have to look at it like, I know it sounds morbid and bleak, and obviously it's almost like this thing that people just say, but if it ends now, I'm calm.
Bro, and I'll be honest, I've only felt that way in moments. And after the CGN screening, I was like, wow, we did it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's cliff
So
top.
especially because at the time, the industry was tanking. And we thought that we just pulled off something quite amazing. It felt like the world was ours.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like, what was on top? I was like, fam, if this ends today.
But yeah, this is the thing. Like, outside of like socioeconomical factors, like being a filmmaker in the industry, like the industry kind of makes you feel like, oh, there's more to do. Or you're not enough. Or, oh, he got that role. Oh, why didn't I get that audition kind of thing? Or, oh, they just got that script commission. Or this show got another season. It's like, they got another season, which means they're not taking another black show for a while kind of thing. There's always stuff outside, but I don't know, man. I think we need to perpetually get to a place, and I think it comes from community. It doesn't come from isolation. I don't think it's a thing, because he didn't really touch on this. I think he made it seem like it's all internal, which I guess to some extent it is, but I feel like when you're in a good community, you will feel like you are enough. When like, I don't know, you can just feel your whole day is horrible, but then there's people around you just like, I'm happy you're here. That's a feeling, bro.
And bro, like fam, I'll have a whole very low day. Nothing's coming, no auditions. I ain't been able to get work for that day. I mean, the only thing I've done that day is cook dinner for my family.
Yeah.
I feel absolute dog poo. I'm like, I'm a waste of space.
Yeah.
I'm holed up in my room after cooking the dinner, knock on the door. Oh, that was so delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You're incredible. This, that.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then suddenly everything just feels a bit like,
it's like, wait, what? Am I not a piece of dookie?
I'm worth something.
What?
I'm worth something.
What do you mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Like I've had those moments as like a husband and a father. Like it's, and the thing is, people look on the outside and be like, I feel you're a great dad and stuff like that. Right. I have moments where I'm just like, he deserves better than me.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
don't make me cry on this flipping podcast. Don't make me cry on this flipping.
I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, and I've had moments where I'm just like, he deserves better than me.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But no, it's like, yeah, it just goes. Like the right people around you can do a lot for you, basically.
100%.
But yeah, shall we move on?
I'm emotional. Oh, flip! Change the subject!
So like every segment is edited with us crying.
Do you like Star Wars?
Okay. Let's talk about this Netflix, what I call a Netflix second screen epidemic.
Ooh.
Right?
Come on,
the
dissertation.
Netflix second screen epidemic. It's not even just Netflix, it's just a second screen epidemic in general. Now, the idea is that whatever you're watching, the series, the film that you put on in your living room, on your laptop, on your iPad, whatever it is, that is your second screen. Your phone or whatever it is you're doing is the first screen. Damn. Like whether it's sending a text, going through emails, so just doom scrolling, that's the first screen. And the reason I call it epidemic is because supposedly, and I don't know whether this is true or not, so I'm saying supposedly.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Right. So allegedly, right? Was that funny?
That was nice. Yeah, I like that. They got me.
So allegedly, the screenwriters who have worked with Netflix have spoken about how Netflix want, and like the higher ups at Netflix, they want actors and characters and dialogue for them to perpetually like reiterate what they're doing. We're walking, kind of thing. Or like is this my pen? No, it's not my pen. That's not your pen. Is it my pen? It's not your pen. How many pens did you have? And it'll just go on and on and on and on. That type of thing, right? And it's the whole idea that like you can be continually caught up. There was an example, apparently I haven't watched it, but someone spoke about the Avatar Last Airbender. It's not called Last Airbender, the series, what's it called? The Avatar series on Netflix, right?
Oh, the live action one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about how, which I heard is good, don't get me wrong, but they were talking about how Aang's motivations were stated several times through the series. Right, and it's like, I think the whole idea is like, just in case you missed it, because you were scrolling through your phone, this is what the character wants.
Oh,
kind of
gosh.
thing.
Oh, gosh.
And it's not even just that, it's also like very fast-paced editing. Like if you ever watched the Mr. Beast video, some series feel like that.
Oh, wow.
Like The Residents. Let's talk about The Residents.
Loved The Residents.
Loved it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. If you have ADHD, you'll love it. Everyone talks the same. Are we doing a podcast? Yeah, you're doing a podcast. Where's the podcast? I don't think the podcast is here. Is the podcast here?
There is a lot of. So wait. Let me get this straight.
So
she said that she wanted to burn what?
No, she didn't say she wanted to burn it. She said she wanted to dance on it. So she said she wanted to dance on it? No, she said she wanted to dance on it after she burns.
Am I hearing this correctly?
It feels like a Tarantino movie, like sometimes.
Yeah.
Tarantino does this, like in The Hateful Eight. There's like there's a Negro in the bar. You're telling me that there's a Negro in the bar? You mean to tell me that there's a Negro in the bar?
Oh, that's good. That feels like that. You took me back for a second. I don't want to be there no more.
But yeah, no, as much as I loved it, there was a lot of reiterating. It was very fast paced. Sometimes because I think there's like a less than 5 second gap between episodes when it like loads the next episode basically. Sometimes it was like, oh, one another episode. Oh, because I was second screening sometimes because obviously it's a whodunit. It's 8 episodes. It's like they're not going to tell us in the 3rd episode. So. Cool. Do you know what I mean? I'll watch it. I'll follow the series.
That's what you say.
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but they're really playing with our attention spans, and I think they understand where we're at as people.
It's interesting.
And then the last point I'll say on the second screen epidemic is because a lot of things are being watched not on the big screen anymore, not on the big screen, not in cinema. A lot less information is purposefully being taken. A lot of information being put on screen, so they're taking things out. So where you would typically see the mise en scène of a film will have, wait, did you notice that thing that was there? And that
the
thing?
symbolism of the way the paper was kind of folded over a little.
all the stuff like, for example, in a whodunit, it's like, oh, that knife was out of place.
Yeah. You don't need
because they're assuming that you're watching it at minimum like that, or like on a just like that, but you're far away or something like that. You feel me? They're not.
You got something else right in front of you.
Right. So like we're like filmmakers who don't have a massive production budget, they would it's not intentional because they're just working with what they have. People who are intentional about it are starting to put less information on the screen because people are watching it on smaller screens or they're not paying that much attention. So it's like, what's the point in us doing any of this stuff? As a film, I've said a lot. As a filmmaker, how do you feel about that? Do you feel optimistic about it, or is it like do you feel pessimistic about it? I know it's easy to feel doom and gloom, but in your head, are you thinking I could work with this to some extent, or like where you at?
Yeah, just defo doom and gloom. Like, I'm feeling for like art departments. I'm feeling for directors with all these big ideas of symbolism and how they're gonna address the scene and create a world and everything. And I think there was this idea of like things purposely being made with the intention that you'll be watching it as your second screen. Yeah. And I'm like, let's not get too cozy, you know what I'm saying? Like if I happen to be, sending an email and watching the film, cool. It might be a rerun, might be a film I've already watched before. But to experience the fullness of like an original film for the first time.
Someone's ideas and intentions.
Let's keep that. Let's keep that.
Devil's advocate.
Eh?
The devil does not need an advocate. The devil does not need an advocate.
Keep your devil far from me.
You know we see sinners.
Oh my God.
I'll joke.
That's what
sometimes I'm watching stuff when I can. And that which includes changing nappies, tidying up, doing laundry, washing dishes. Sometimes it's like I'm watching something, I'm washing the dishes, and I'm making sure AJ's eating his lunch or eating his dinner. I'm like, hey, keep eating. What do you mean? Why are you stopping?
Yeah.
I can't do it all at once. Now, someone will go, well, how about you just don't watch anything and go and watch it when you have time? When I have time, tired.
You ain't watching nothing.
It's like 9 p.m.
And there's just too much to watch as well.
There's way too much to watch.
Too much to watch.
Yeah, have you watched this thing? Well, you're a filmmaker, you ain't watched this. What do you mean? Like, there's so much to watch, but it's like, that's my caveat. It's like, I can feel caught up with a show, not pay that much attention, and also get things done that I feel like needs to be done.
Yeah.
That's my caveat. What do you think?
I get that. But I feel like the idea of a second screen, like, I think it's valid. You know what I mean? There's a lot to watch. There's a lot to do. But the idea of purposely stripping back from creativity, from detail, for the purpose of a second screen, I don't know about. Because I feel like if you miss something, if you miss the way the paper was folded over, whatever, cool. That's
Sometimes you don't know you missed it.
That's what I'm saying though.
So for example, you'll go and talk to someone about the series. Like, do you remember that thing that was?
That's what this is it though. This is because this is what makes you enjoy it. Like,
you feel like having a conversation.
Having a conversation. Oh, I missed this. I need to go back and check it. Now you've just had a bonding moment with someone. You're speaking about something, and you know what I mean. You're amplifying the project.
But there's also the element of like, that's great. I love that element. Romcom guys, Cinema Club coming soon.
Amen.
I love that element. But then also there's people who, for example, review stuff.
Exactly.
And I'll be reading their reviews on like, I'm going to say Twitter because I'm not calling them the slave name X. Right? I'll be reading the reviews, right? Can I get a click?
What?
I'll be reading the reviews and I'm like, you're wrong. You just didn't watch the film correctly. Because that was very stated in scene.
If you're gonna review, like, you better pay attention. Why are you second screening when you're a reviewer?
But we all review. Everyone's not.
Are you talking about an official reviewer or a?
So I'm not talking about critics.
Oh no, okay,
everyone was reviewing. I don't know if it's fair enough.
That's still a conversation.
For example,
then.
I would hate if someone watched one of my flicks and then they were like,
it didn't have this when it clearly did.
It did.
Yeah.
It was there.
But that's cool because then that's
this
just the
thing didn't
conversation.
make sense because
Truthfully, I'm being very optimistic right now because people don't like being told that they're wrong on social media, even when they're very wrong.
They'll say kill
but
yourself.
ideally, it's just a conversation. It's like, oh no, you missed this bit. This is the fun of you get to rewatch it and see it with this new perspective. I'm very idealistic. I'm not gonna lie to you, my brother. But then just on top of that, like I feel like reviewers, therefore, they need to be the ones first screening everything.
Everyone feels like they're.
But then there's like, but then there's a joy of like watching ending explained or a breakdown or an Easter eggs type video.
Those. Not so much anymore.
Oh no!
Like, during MCU's height,
sure.
I do like one of my favorites. Heavy spoilers. He put out a review, ending explained of Sinners. I don't need your ending explained.
No, because it just gets you thinking. Like even if you don't agree with what you say, it just gets you thinking about what did I think about the ending, and it just kind of opens you. I think that stuff is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this is the direction it's going.
Yeah.
And obviously Netflix, Netflix's thing is as long as you're on the app, then they're cool. It's not the most ideal scenario, but this is the way it's going. Industries change all the time. You feel me? The industry went from everyone going to a cinema to everything being at home, which meant different types of stories got to be told. Like, let's be real. There was a time when obviously rom-coms were theatrically released quite consistently 15 years ago. But before that, it wasn't as much. If it's not a massive sci-fi, it's not going to the cinema because people are spending the same price on Bridget Jones' Diary that they're spending on X-Men 2000.
As they should. It's Bridget Jones' flipping diary, bro.
But this is another reason why we wanted Christmas Games Night to be longer because it's you're going to pay for the ticket.
You're going to pay for this. You're going to try you know what I mean?
But the industry changes. You have to move with the times. You could be ahead of the time. Like, for example, thrillers are really in right now. We're sticking with our comedies because we know things are cyclical. We know comedies are going to come back and trend, for example. But like, you have to adapt.
You do.
Especially if you want to be a commercial filmmaker. If your business is on the line, I feel like there's a way of looking at it where it's like, you have no economical stakes in this. You feel me? Like, you're not paying people salaries if this thing does well.
Yeah.
And we want to get to that stage where we can put money in people's pockets, which means we have to think about how people consume things. All of these things are important. So something like Christmas Games Night, we made it in a way that we want to have it screened as much as possible. And I always tell people who go, I feel I didn't get to watch it. Can I watch it? And obviously we're going to try and do a second screening, guys. But I always tell them, listen, I can send you the film. I feel like you should watch it in cinema, in a cinema or in a screen, whatever that it should be projected. It should be up there because I feel like that's one of the best. Kind of like what Ryan Coogler did with his thing, innit? Like when he went on the press run about, watching it in 70mm is like the optimal form of watching it. And that's my explanation. But ultimately, if you can't watch it, I'll just send you a link. You feel me? Some people in other countries, I'll just send you a link. But ultimately, I'm starting to think like, if I'm gonna make a movie, a feature-length movie, maybe it can't run like a short film. Maybe. as far as like how we kind of scale things back and it's a lot more grounded. Maybe there needs to be a bit more spectacle. Maybe there needs to be a bit more musical numbers like we put in Christmas games night. And it's not even just like it was always going to go down to budget, but it's also like, maybe we have more slapstick comedy, more stunt work. You feel me? Like we did more stunt work in Christmas games than we've done in anything we've done. A lot more musical work in Christmas games than we've done in everything we've done because we knew that we wanted to be a spectacle on screen. You don't necessarily get that just watching it on YouTube. You feel me?
Yeah.
All of that is to be considered, but ultimately, I think the biggest takeaway is that, I feel like we should be adapted, but we can't be so head lost that we forget where we're at when what we want to do. The second screen is here.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is here.
What are you going to do? Are you going to start making films now?
I hope not.
Nope. You have to just continue making films.
Yeah.
And let's be real, people are going to enjoy it if they can enjoy it in the second screen. How do you feel about that?
Hey man, it is what it is, dog. Just keep putting me in the movies.
Keep putting them in the movies.
We have discussed the importance of trying to romanticize your life and add it to real life context. Yes, we love Notting Hill, but Notting Hill's a real place. I want to go to Notting Hill and actually see love there. Okay,
I don't like Notting Hill like that.
I wish you didn't say that to my face.
I
will kick you.
I like some of it.
Kick.
Ow.
But that's fair enough. It's your opinion. Kick. But anyways, what we're saying is, in this current world, in this current life we're living in, romance is tough to find. So we are playing a game called Where Is the Love, where we asked Reddit what dating is like in London. We're hoping to find the love, but I'm going to tell you now, Phil, it's not there in these examples that I found.
Sure.
So, online dating is awful. Constant belittling or negging. It gets worse if you're not attractive, which unfortunately I am. No.
That's incredibly worded.
I feel like you gotta love yourself. You gotta back yourself. Do you know what I mean? As they say on the islands of love and whatnot. And so already the perspective is quite negative if you're feeling it's gonna be worse for you because you ain't like that for real.
Right.
So our encouragement as Romcom writers is to give yourself a dress up montage. Okay. Take off the glasses.
Literally like the Romcom.
Take off the glasses.
Have someone sit in a chair opposite you and be like,
there we go. We need all of that. And then, and this negging thing, absolutely ridiculous. Belittling and negging, like, what's that about, brother? Is that a thing people do?
Of course.
But why? How? What do you mean? This is about love. You want to connect with someone. Why are you going to start with saying negative?
It's going to be I don't think you're going to like this answer.
Oh, gosh.
It's if sometimes it works. And works as in, like, you get to a certain point with someone. So negging can't just be made up. It has to have some form of credibility. And I guess sometimes people neg themselves. So
yeah.
I agree with you. Give yourself a montage. Figure it out. And just I'm not gonna say get attractive, but like
know that you already are attractive.
Try and consult a stylist. I think there's a lot people don't consider about like how looking good and how favorable that can come across. It's almost like a halo effect. If you treat yourself and you dress bummy, or you enter places and you look bummy, people are generally going to treat you bummy. You still may be unattractive and dress nice, but you're going to be treated a little bit better. I think it's a subconscious thing, but we tend to treat people better who look a bit nicer. You feel me? Like I'm not sending my son into the world with a dry face. I'm going to lotion his face
like this,
because I just assume that people at nursery are going to treat him like he's some bummy kid. He ain't a bummy kid. So
no, he's not. He's the best kid.
But I think maybe consult a stylist if you can.
All right. So next person says, it's really bad. Men here don't approach, which means I have to use dating apps. Back to the dating apps. But dating apps, for the most part, are poopy, right?
It's all poopy when you think about it, though. This is the thing.
I think
a lot of social media is about streamlining and making social interactions easier. It's done that for the most part, if we're being real. I think people have used dating apps and it's been successful for them. I mean, typically I hear the most successful dating app is Instagram, even though it's not technically a dating app. I spoke to my wife first on Snapchat.
Come on, Snapchat, throwback.
Not this
Show your age.
Not this generation Snapchat. Because people are still on Snapchat now, and it's just ugh.
Yeah,
I was talking about Snapchat when it first came out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, we spoke more on like IG and stuff like that. She didn't follow me back. It was crazy. For like a year, she didn't follow me back. But yeah, it's all gross when you think about it.
It's all gross.
It's all gross.
Yeah.
Men here don't approach.
Men don't approach. Is that a thing?
Yeah, yes, it's definitely a thing, man. Like,
but why? Why aren't
it's,
we
it's,
approaching?
it's difficult to. I mean, we would have to get a man here who's single to talk about it. But
Yes, we would have
it's
to do
difficult
that.
because you don't want to come across as a nuisance. Generally in London, especially, people don't talk to each other. Like, I'm now not in London. I don't live in London anymore. People are nice.
What's that like?
Bro, I'll be at the post office. Someone will say, good morning. I was like, oh, hi.
Oh.
People smile at me and I'm
What
like,
you say about my morning? What you talking about?
good morning. you damn right it's good morning.
It better be.
You have a good morning. Have a good night. If I don't see you, good morning.
Yeah, there we go. True show.
Yeah, I think generally people are standoffish in London, especially. Yeah, I think it's tough out there, but maybe, I don't know. I'm guessing this is a woman. Women need to start shooting their shot more. If this, you want outcomes, start shooting your shot.
I hear it.
And I think the general ideas are like, oh, you shoot your shot and it's going to set the precedence for our relationship going forward, and I don't want that. And it's like, it doesn't have to be all of that. I think you're this or that or do whatever. And if they don't
People wouldn't be wanted.
They want to be wanted. I think I know bare man them. It's like, what's your type? People who like me.
Golly, it's so simple. It's so simple.
Yeah, I like girls who like me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe consider that. Cool. And the last one?
And the last one. So this one's quite poetic. It feels like you're on a market with the devil ruling it. So, strong start. Many first dates, lots of offers of casual sex, and lots of insults if you don't want to take these. But not many people serious about building relationships. Super strange here. On the other hand, I did meet some wonderful men here in London. They're just super rare and equally crushed and heartbroken.
Sounds like this person left London.
Yeah, it sounds like. Or they're just, I don't know, touring.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's some equity to this conversation in terms of she's met men, wonderful men who are rare and equally crushed. I know some very rare, lovely men that are currently crushed.
Crushed what? Like emotionally?
Emotionally and just spiritually and physically by the...
I think one thing that these podcast bros and podcast sis, relationship podcast people don't acknowledge enough, in my opinion. I don't see it enough. A poor economy will contribute to poor dating standards.
For sure.
A good economy will contribute to good dating standards. We generally feel like we have to have more in order for us to date. And I feel like some women will be like, no, you don't have to have more. It's just not the reality of the women that man them are meeting out nowadays. Women can say it, but the experiences are different, you feel me? But let's be real. When the money is moving around better, people are genuinely having a good time. You feel me? And I think that's just what it's like in a capitalist society. You feel me? Like where money is not a factor, perhaps people have more fun, which means they're probably more likely to date and let their inhibitions go and all that type of stuff in it.
Here's a question. How many people in the Romcom are broke?
What do you mean?
How many Romcoms have you seen where the leads are broke?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying.
Don't do that.
Living in the high-rise New York apartments.
I mean, sometimes I watch rom-coms from like 20 years ago and someone is just like a receptionist and they're living in a New York apartment. I'm like, what economy was... But that was a better economy. You feel me? Like, I think maybe it went through the recession time. I don't know. But like, essentially what I'm saying is like, it wasn't as far-fetched. Whereas nowadays, it's like, what do you mean you're a receptionist? You better have 3 or 4 other jobs. And if you don't have 3 other... Like,
business, CEO, something, trading, something.
But like rom-coms, like when rom-coms were like really thriving, people were having like very basic jobs. Or they were broke.
Simple. Yeah.
Who cares about a rom-com of rich people? If one of them better be rich, the other one better be dirt broke. Otherwise, I'm not watching this. What do you mean? What is there for
Princess
me to...
and the Pauper.
Yeah, literally. But like, yeah, no, it's a thing. Like you want, there's this ladder you want to climb, you feel me? It taps into insecurities sometimes. And I feel like it's a storyline to be explored a lot more because maybe it's a bit more relatable nowadays.
Definitely.
Especially in the dating standards, like think women are finding that they're out earning or earning more than a lot of the men that they're meeting. Like it's never just a thing of, he obviously earns more than me. Sometimes some of my female friends, man,
they up. They cooking.
they up.
You know what I mean?
And they're doing well for themselves. They shouldn't not do well.
Absolutely.
It's just like, you have to acknowledge it does make things a bit harder, but it's a harder economy, which means maybe you make some harder choices, which means you make bigger risks, essentially. That's where I'm at with it. Does it feel like the devil's ruling the thing? I don't know.
Probably, to be honest, all this
everyone's complaining.
Sin and debauchery.
Sin and debauchery. Heathens.
Heathenism's happening.
Heathen to the left of them.
Absolutely.
Heathen to the right of them. It does seem like a lot. But that was Where's the Love?
Where's the Love? Listen, it's somewhere and pray you find it.
Maybe it's in one of our films.
Hey, come on now.
So we're just gonna round up. This was an episode of the Romcom, guys. Had a great time. Good to be back. Good to be talking.
Love it.
To see you. We don't see each other enough.
I love you, brother.
We don't see each other enough.
Say it. The flip back on these flipping cameras before I get mad.
Nah, man.
I like.
You might have to flip a table.
Ah, gosh.
I love you, brother.
Emotions.
Get the weakness out of me.
You sicko.
What are you watching next?
What am I watching?
Or what are you watching currently?
So
just watched Sinners last week. Amazing.
Sinners was flipping incredible. And you know what?
So transcendent. I feel my body just.
My God, it just everything.
We're not gonna say too much just in case you ain't seen it, but
just know that it reignited a love of
that
cinema.
fire, bro.
Yeah,
that fire
to make cinema and to watch cinema.
Sway's been asking me, one of our boys, Sway's, Phil, you ever do a horror? I was like, no.
Hold me now. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute now. You know what I mean?
Because coming out of me. I've been circling the drain. I've got horror ideas.
Let's do it.
I've got horror ideas.
Let's talk.
Obviously, there's gonna be a bit of comedy in there.
Yeah, of course.
I've got horror ideas.
But
yeah, what are you watching?
Me, so so after Sinners and the hype they gave me, I was like, all right, cool. I need to watch some Spike. Spike Lee, yeah.
You going backwards?
Yeah, I just felt like I need to lock in.
You seen Do the Right Thing?
Yeah. Okay. I watched it properly. I watched it as a kid, innit? But you're not watching it properly as a kid, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's on BBC iPlayer.
Yeah. I watched Do the Right Thing. I watched School Days. Those ones I watched as a kid and I wasn't properly locked in. But then obviously I watched Malcolm X and I've watched Inside Man, The Five Bloods.
Black
Klansman? Black Klansman, I watched them too. But like now I'm like, yo, I need to
Is it Black Klansman or Black K Klansman?
It's a lot of K's in it.
Yeah,
so.
it's free K's because Klansman.
Oh, is that what I'm Is it? Yeah. But no, I'm doing some study on Spike right now. How about you?
Oh, so you're studying?
Yeah.
What are you watching for entertainment?
Is that a thing you can do? What do you mean for entertainment?
Yeah, you go my nerves. What am I watching right now? I'm actually quite.
There we go.
I'm actually quite open right now. I've been asking people what do you want to watch.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, because I finished the shows. You know, there was a point where it was like there was bare things to watch. So it was like Daredevil, Paradise.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Bare things to watch. But
Daredevil was I love my time with him.
Oh,
yeah.
You enjoyed the
I enjoyed it. Okay. Phenomenally.
I guess we'll talk about it.
I guess we'll talk off camera about that. You hate everything good.
I've been watching some indie films. I want to watch Dope Thief next. That's on Apple TV. Apple TV been releasing some bangers, by the way. There's some trailers that are coming up.
Every time.
It's on Apple TV. I watched The Fire. Obviously, I love Barron T. Henry from Atlanta, but I watched The Fire Inside recently.
I need to watch that. Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa the Guant. Yeah, the film about Clarissa Shields. It's amazing. Ryan Destiny's fantastic in it as well.
Yeah.
But Barron T. So Dope Thief. It's a drama.
Wait. The TV show. Yeah. It's got Idris the Brand in it. My brother Idris the Brand is in there.
Oh,
what are you talking about?
You serious?
That's got my brother Idris the Brand. Everyone, the man, the legend, Idris the Brand. Everyone go watch that right now.
Calm.
And Dear Edward, if you got time, Apple TV, you might as well.
Yeah, so Dope Thief. I'm about to watch that.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. It looked good, man. Good trailer. It gave comedy drama vibes, but obviously this just says drama because of the length of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna check that out and see what's up with that, and then maybe get into like Reacher. I've never watched Reacher, so I'm probably just watch Reacher.
He's really big
guy.
That's all I know.
Big guy. I just remember he had a micro penis in New Girl.
So there's another
New
thing.
Girl. In New Girl, I didn't see his micro.
Yeah, nah. Anyway, I've been David, and this is
It's a good time to end. Please, if you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. We're trying to grow our channel. Amen. We're trying to put in work. We're trying to make more content when we're not making films. You feel me? But like I said, we are in production with our next film, so maybe you might come to a screening near you. It's not coming out online anytime soon. But maybe you might come to a screening near you. But yeah, tap in, man. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Apparently we're making TikToks now.
Have to. Speaking of which, I got one for us to do after this.
Yuck. Okay. See you guys later. Peace out. Freedom and them.
Peace out.